Tie ball game in Biloxi, Mississippi. Welcome back to Keesler Federal Park for the Hancock Whitney Classic. With Javic Blake, I'm Max Gifford. Tulane giving Mississippi State a run for their money at the moment in a tie ball game. Nearly struck for another run in that third, but both the Green Wave and Mississippi State came up empty. So we're in the top of the fourth. The righty Jack Gleason back on the mound. 3-2. Called on the outside corner for strike three. The payoff. Good frame by Raymond. So the lefty rips one out to right field. And this one is gonna fly away for a home run. Vitas Valencias just looked up and watch it go. It's a two-run home run for Nate Johnson. He drives in his brother Jack, and it's 4-2 Tulane on the two-run shot by Johnson. With one out, the 0-2 pitch from Gleason. Right down the middle for strike three. The peer in and 1-2, grounded up the gut and through the hole. Stopped by Wires on the outfield grass, but Harrison lugs it out. The 1-2 with 2 outs and a runner on. Here it comes. Caught on and missed for strike three. Good breaking stuff.
All stuff that they've known, which is why they're able to develop such good pitching.
1-2. Right down the middle, called for strike three.
At South Carolina, the 0-2. Naraki swings and misses, chases a changeup off the outside corner, and Naraki's down on strikes for the second time tonight. Here's the 3-2. Wood chops it up the middle. Wires the second baseman to his right, lunges for it, but it's by him into center for a base hit. It's a 2-out single for Wood. That snaps an 0 for 10 skid at the plate or to a righty. 2-2. Tipped into Raymond's mitt for strike three, and Maddox strikes out a pair in a clean fifth inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Valencias is down on strikes.
Right on cue with that home run chase.
The 1-0. Lifted third base side over Haas's glove, and now the left field line for a base hit. Chance rounds first. Wood corrals in the corner, fires it in on a hop. Here's the tag, and it's not in time. Chance with a sliding double. Here's the 0-2. Wires swings and misses. A fluttering slider on the outside corner. Wires swings through it. Second strikeout of the inning for Rodriguez.
And right on cue, the intentional walk goes to him.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ties him up with a changeup on the inside corner. And J.D. Rodriguez, after just the second intentional walk to Ace Reese this season, strikes out Sullivan. And it ends the inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a changeup low. Raymond snares it just before it hits the dirt. Johnson strikes out. Here's the 3-2 to Elliott from Miller. Misses away with a changeup, and it's ball four. Here's the 0-2. Check swing on a pitch low. In the dirt, doesn't go. And Elliott's off to second on the wild pitch. Good job by Raymond just to keep it in front. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Slider off the inside corner. And Maddox strikes out a pair in the inning. He's got 4 strikeouts in 2 innings. Here's the 1-2 to the Iowa native. Called strike three on the outside corner. And Stallman is not happy with it. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss from Fry. The bat goes flying. It ends up beyond Nate Johnson at first. Swing and a miss. Slider off the outside corner. And J.D. Rodriguez, have yourself a night, kid. He struck out 4 straight. He strikes out 6 in 2 innings. And we're through 6 at Keesler Federal Park. Tulane leads 4-2.
To the edge of that grass. 3-2. Nubbed off the end of the bat. Up the middle. Played on the ground by Woodson. The throw to first. Not in time. As first base umpire Brennan Folks. Top of the 7th. 0-1. Popped a mile high in the air. Just beyond the infield dirt. And it's caught by Ryder Woodson with the infield straight up. 1-2. Cork down the right field line in deep. This bounces on the warning track and rolls all the way to the wall. They'll send Wax home. No throw. And Tulane tacks on another. Some insurance in this 7th inning. Step on that outfield grass as the 2-0 is ripped into left field, and that's another base hit. Here comes Ty Wood. He'll streak home safely. A 4-run lead for the Green Wave on an RBI single by Matthias Haas. Here's the payoff. Lined up the middle and through for a base hit. First to third goes Haas. He stops there, and there's runners at the corners with 2 outs. Ripped a homer into the tiki bar his first time up. Runners go on first and third, and Tulane with some trickeration comes home to score. A peek back with 2 outs, and the 1-2 comes home. It's swung on and missed. A very quiet and Mississippi State crowd. Sidestep in 0-2. This is line out towards right center and deep. Lenz on a hop in front of Chun. And that's a good way to start this bottom of the 7th for Mississippi State. The leadoff man on. The 1-2. Hard liner through the hole on the left side for a base hit. Raymond up to second. And ABC baseball to start this bottom of the 7th. Back, and the pitch to the righty. Curls over the plate for strike 3. For Andrew Raymond. Next pitch, outside, ball 4. The payoff. Reese loops the ball deep in the left field. This is back, and it's gone! Grand slam for Ace Reese. He's cut the deficit to 1, and it's 7-6. Mississippi State right back in this ball game on the 5th homer of the season for Ace Reese. Ty Wood knew it off the bat. The next pitch. 2-2 chopped on the left side to third. Haas fields, throws to first, it's off the glove of Johnson and into the bullpen area. Sullivan chugs on to second. And State has another runner in scoring position with only 1 out. The pitch home. Liner through the hole on the right side for a base hit. Sullivan comes home. The throw is late. Sullivan hyped up after he beats the throw, and it's a tie ball. 7-7 on the RBI single by Reed Stallman. 0-1. Runs inside, skips off the glove of Elliott. And Stallman springs up to second safely. And the 1-1. Fly ripper down the third base side and fair. Stallman gets the wave home. That ball's all the way. He scores. Mississippi State's in front for the first time today. RBI double by Derek Fry. It's 8-7 State. 3 from Tulane and 6 from State. Next pitch. Flash the other way into right field and deep. Doesn't quite have the distance. And a nice catch by Jason Wax on the foul line. Loses his hat in the process, but the ball skips away. Harrison lost it, and that allows Stallman to go over to either fly over to third, and they've been reinvigorated. 0-1. Off the end of the bat and into right field for a base hit. Fry comes home to score. Mississippi State cannot stop scoring in this bottom of the 7th. They put up a 7th spot, and it's 9-7 State on the RBI single by Sean James. 0-1, James off on the pitch, and Elliott's going to eat it up. Another 3-2 home. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. His first base on by Brandon Folks. Valencius doesn't agree, neither does this crowd.
The 2-2. Inside, and it gets a piece of the elbow guard. Chance gets a free pass down to first. State fans are ruthless. There's a reason why they call it Stark Vegas. Another check over, and it gets by Johnson off his mitt, and Chance is off to second. He looks at the ball, rounds second, and heads to third. Johnson just gets to it and fires it in, and a 4th error of the night leads to Bryce Chance at third, and a chance for Mississippi State to tack on some insurance. Now the 2-1. Ripped in right, Wax back on it. At the warning track, he makes the catch. Chance tags from third and comes home. Wax throws it up the third baseline. Elliott snares it, but it is way offline. It's a sac fly for Wires, his 7th RBI of the year. Wires, his 7th RBI. The pitch called strike 3 in the outside corner. Rice rung up. Reese is rung up for the 2nd time tonight on strikes. Here's the 3-2. Misses low, it's ball 4. Now the pitch, he's off to second, it misses low and away. Elliott bobbles the transfer, and Mershon picks up the stolen base. Bottom of the 8th inning, counts at 3-1. The pitch, up and away, ball 4. Here's the 0-1. Lifted towards center, in comes Chun, and it's down for a base hit. Takes a hop to him. Throw goes to third. It's another run for Mississippi State. They've now finally reached above their average. Here's the 0-2. Curveball misses inside. It clanks off Elliott Smith to the screen, and everybody moves up 90 feet. Stallman to third, Fry to second. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball low and away, and that ends the inning. Here's the pitch. Chopped right side of the infield. Drew Wires snags it, throws to the new first baseman, Reed Stallman. 1 away. 3 Mississippi State and number 17 TCU. Here's the 0-2. Araki chops it right back to the mound. Davis snags it, fires to first on the run in time. 2-1 the count. The pitch. Chopped to short. Woodson charges, snares to his left, gathers, fires to first. Ball game over. A comeback win for Mississippi State, and the debut of their brand new slate gray uniforms go about as well as you could want it to be. 11-7 the final, 9 unanswered, and Tulane a great effort.
Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the college baseball content, please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the action. Thank you.